Hey guys, Priestess here, and today I'm going to be giving you my Raidraptor deck that I use for Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Now, please bear in mind that I have to use cards that's on obviously the game, and there may be some better ones in real life that may be on the game or may be forbidden on here. So, please bear with this deck. But first off, we have Raidraptor Booster Strix, which opponent attacks, you can basically banish, booster, and destroy their card. Good if your opponent's aggressive. I run 3 copies of Fuzzy Lanius for if you control any Raidraptor except for Fuzzy. You get to special summon Fuzzy Lanius, and so good for getting into those rank 4s. And if it's sent to the grave, you get to add another Fuzzy Lanius from your deck to your hand. So, good swarm card and a good searcher. I run 3 copies of Necro Lanius for if it's normal or special summoned, you get to increase all Raidraptor's current level by 1. So you could go into rank 4s or rank 5s with this card. And if it's sent to the grave, you can banish it from your graveyard and add any Raidraptor card you like. So you can go into Raidraptor Calling, Raidraptor Nest, you can get Raidraptor Readiness, or you can get any Raidraptor monster. So it's a very good search card. This is a new one for me. It's called Raidraptor Necro Vulture. So if you have any Raidraptor or any rank up magic, should I say, in your graveyard, you contribute 1 Raidraptor monster, including itself, and get that rank up magic back. So I reckon it's a good card to recycle through your deck, and also you can get a good Raidraptor in the grave. That's what it's all about. I run 1 copy of Sharp Lanius. Now, this is a touch and go card, since if it's normal or special summoned, you get to switch a opponent's monster from attack to defense. Can get around those low defense monsters, and should this card attack or is attacked and survive the battle, you can special summon any Raidraptor card card from your graveyard. Again, good recycle. May I do a second one of this? I run 2 copies of Singing Lanius, just due to the fact that if you have any Xyz monster, and obviously a deck that has a load, you can special summon Singing Lanius, boom, directly out. Good for them rank 4s plays, I reckon. 3 copies, now this is a good card, of Tribute Lanius. Now with Tribute, if it's normal or special summoned, you get to send a Raidraptor card from your deck to the grave. So you can even send your trap cards like Readiness to prep for the taking no damage, or you could send Mini Cry, banish it, add a card to your hand, send Fuzzy to the grave, add another Fuzzy. It's a good card all in all. And should it destroy a monster, you get to add a rank up magic quick play to your hand. So again, that's a very good trade-off. A Vanishing Lanius. Now this beast of a card you need 3 of, just due to the fact that if it's normal or special summoned, you get to special summon 1 level 4 Raidraptor. Oh, such a good card, I cannot describe it. If I summon this, I can summon another Vanishing Lanius, I could summon another one, and since I've summoned that one, I can summon another one, so you can summon up to 4 monsters with just Vanishing Lanius. Oh, such a beast of a card. Now for my magics, I run 2 copies of Raidraptor Nest. In the deck that can swarm the field fast, you tend to control 2 or more Raidraptors majority of the time. You get to add any Raidraptor card or graveyard, so from your deck to your hand. So good search card, good recycle, bestial rad. For the rank ups, I have Rank Up Magic Doom Double Force. Now this is a touch and go card, since it can only activate if your opponent destroys a monster by battle, which in some cases doesn't happen, like with cast, or it destroys due to an effect. If your opponent sends it to the grave via a card effect, it doesn't trigger. So that's the only downside, but the good side about it is that if they do destroy it by battle, you can special summon at the end of the battle phase that Raidraptor back, then rank it up to a Raidraptor, up to any Xyz. That's double the rank. So a Raidraptor rank 4 gets destroyed, going to Satellite Falcon. A rank 5 is destroyed, you go into so you go into Ultimate Falcon. Very good card. I currently only run the 1 copy of Raptor's Force though. Now with this one, it can activate if it's destroyed by battle or by a card effect, so beastie around. But you can special summon only one Raidraptor Xyz that's 1 rank higher, but it can be any Raidraptor Xyz in your grave. So you could even go from Force to or Rise to Blaze into Revolution, or you can I'm having it. The 2 copies of Rank Up Magic Skip Force. Now, this is like for them faster plays. So you can target any Raidraptor Xyz, special summon another Raidraptor that's 2 ranks higher. So you can go Force or Rise into Revolution, Revolution to Satellite, or Satellite into Ultimate. Good combo play, and also you could banish this card from your grave and special summon any Raidraptor Xyz from your graves. So if you've got another one in your hand, you can banish it, play this, and Xyz summon again. Right, you're gonna think I'm mad here, but I run 3 copies of Soul Shaped Force. Since yes, you do have to pay half your life points, but you can special summon 1 Raidraptor Xyz from your grave, then special summon any Raidraptor or any Xyz that's 2 ranks higher. So I could go Rise into Cyber Dragon Infinity, I could go into Revolution, and again with the same for Satellite and Ultimate. So beastie card all around. Yes, you have to pay half your life points, but no magic card is perfect. And speaking of which, I have one of Raptor's Ultimate Mace, which can only be equipped to a Raidraptor, gives it 1000 attack, but should it be targeted by a monster for an attack, you get to add a rank up magic to your hand, then you take no battle damage during that battle. So it's a good it's a good staller, I find, but it is vulnerable to many cards like Twin Twister, MST, that sort of shit. And speaking of which, I do run the 2 copies of Twin Twister. You discard a card like Readiness, you get to play that card's effect. You could do the same with Fuzzy, get another Fuzzy. Same with Mini Cry, banish it, add another, and it's a quick play, so you can play on your opponent's turn as well, just to get rid of that back row. For the trap cards, I run 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, your opponent summons a monster, you banish it, good days. Compost, you can return any tricky monster back to the hand, and also it could work for yourself since your monster's effects activate when they're summoned on your turn. Icarus Attack, since the majority of our cards are Wing Beast, tribute it, pop 2 of your opponent's cards, back row, or even monsters, so good beastie all around. Bear with me. I run 2 copies of Raidraptor Readiness. Now, as I said, this card's got a dual purpose. First effect, your Raidraptors can't be destroyed by battle for the remainder of that turn. And its second effect, you could banish this card from your graveyard, then you take no damage for the rest of the turn. And you can play both of these effects during the same turn. So I reckon it's a good trap, but only run 2 since it only works on Raidraptors. Then I'm running, or experimenting should I say, 2 Trap Tricks, Trap Hole Nightmares. It kind of works like a Solemn, or a Solemn Strike, or even a Warning. For it can, if your opponent special summons a monster, if it activates its effect, you can negate it and destroy it. And 9 times out of 10, if your opponent special summons a monster, they're going to play an effect or its effect pretty soon. Like any Synchro, they're going to play its effect quick. Same with Xyzs. So you can get around them tricky cards. Then for the extra deck, I'm running run number F0 Utopia Future. So any two Xyz monsters with the same rank, not hard. You get it to summon it. It can't be destroyed by battle, and if it's destroyed by card, if it's going to be destroyed by card effect, sorry, you just get shot of an overlay unit. But should it battle an opponent's monster, you gain control of it onto the end phase of the battle. So it's a good way to deal your opponent damage. Cascal, just to get around that tricky card your opponent has, or even a back row face up card. Zero Fine, just to get shot, you can negate all face up card effects your opponent controls. And also Zero Fine powers up for each card negated. Strix has no introduction, it's basically the main searcher for the deck. Get shot of any Xyz material, add a card. If you send the right one, like Mini Cry or Fuzzy, you gain an extra card because of their effects. And also it gains 500 attack and defense for each other Ring of Beast you control. Pretty beasty all around. I'm only running the Ron Rise Falcon just due to the fact that I only use it if my opponent is like obsessed with special summoning, because obviously Rise Falcon can attack them all, and it gains a power increase due to one special summon monster set all around. And it's the same purpose with Blaze Falcon. I only run the one just for when I've got one copy of Raptor's Force. Second, it can attack directly, destroy a monster, beastie, and if your opponent again obsessed with special summoning, you can destroy all of their special summon monsters and deal 500 points for each card. Rank 6s, we have the Cyber Dragon Infinity. Like I said, with Soul Shaver, you can special summon any one that's 2 ranks higher. So any of our rank 4s, you can go into Infinity, which is a card that is annoying as hell because it basically stores your opponent to like having to play multiple cards to get around. Revolution Falcon, I run the 2 copies of this guy just because if it attacks or is attacked by any special summon monster, instantly loses their attack, and defense. So it's a good against that, and you detach an Xyz material, it can attack all monsters your opponent controls. And should you rank it up using another Raidraptor, you can destroy opponent's monster and deal half their attacker's damage. Nice all-rounder. My favourite, but I only run 2, is Satellite Cannon Falcon. If it's Xyz summoned using a Raidraptor monster, so basically a rank up, you can pop your opponent's entire back row and destroy it, and they can't trigger card effects in response. And you can use an overlay unit, and for every Raidraptor in your grave, one of their monsters loses 800 attack. So in a deck that has a lot in the grave, it basically works. Then I might get shot at one of these, but I'm currently running 2 Raidraptor Ultimate Falcon. We're rank 10, 9 attack all around, and it can't be, and it is it is unaffected by all other card effects. And if you use an overlay unit for the rest of the turn, your opponent monsters lose 1000 attack, and also they can't activate the card effects. And should you have a Raidraptor Xyz material, it gains a second effect where during the end phase you can make your opponent's monsters lose 1000 attack. Nice. But if they don't have a monster, they lose 1000 life points. Nice all-rounder. But yeah, that's pretty much my deck, guys. So again, this is just for Legacy. I mean, you could use it in real life, though I hardly doubt you would, because it is better cards than what I'm currently using. But if you've got any tips, tricks, whatever, or any ways to improve this deck on Legacy, please don't hesitate to put it in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, favorite, subscribe, all that good shit. And if you enjoyed this video, If you've got any other decks you want me to make or try to make, send me a message, send me a comment, whatever, and I'll try and I'll do my best to make it for you. And I hope this helps, guys. Take care, have a nice night.